Again, you don't. Hey, Toast, will you close your laptop for me, please? Thank you so much. All right, cool. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We all feel good about central ideas. Hopefully, yes. Turn, if you would. Great job. To this pink sheet that is in front of you right now that you hopefully have. On last week, we talked about the purpose, why somebody wrote it, and today we're going to talk about the structure. We're going to talk about how somebody writes an article. If you can identify why and how, again, my goal for you is that you'll be able to skim and not have to read everything. If you can identify things like how and why, you'll be able to understand things more deeply. Cool? We good with skimming still? Are we excited about skimming and not reading the whole thing?
Yeah.
I thought so. Fantastic. So here's what I want you to familiarize yourself with today. Looking at this pink sheet, here are the different ways that people normally write information. There are 5 different options. The first one is description. Sometimes people will just describe something. The second one is sequence. Do you know what sequence means?
No.
The order of things, just putting things in order. So if I'm telling you how to trash can someone, that's the whole thing.
No.
Like trash canning them? He's literally so I can say all right, first you find someone who deserves to be trash canned. And you walk up to that person, you say, hey Ethan, how are you today? And then you put that person inside of the trash. Finally, you run away. Okay, just to be clear, we don't actually trash can people, okay? That's not who we are as a people. And Ethan, I respect you and value you.
Did you?
He doesn't even know.
Did you trash can someone?
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did it to Troy, and he flips him over, and Mr. Coach Piper almost saw it.
Or did you get trash can?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I would have been strong enough to trash can people when I was in high school, I would have, because I was a mean person. However,
You were not.
I'm weak. We'll talk more about that later when the camera's not rolling, okay? Fantastic. So sequence, just putting things in order, right? First you do this, then you do this, then you do that. What's the third option? Sometimes people will write things and they will
Compare and contrast.
compare and contrast. So if I had to compare, I don't know, Ethan to Lake, then I would say,
I'm better.
Yeah, in every way.
I would say Lake is better because, no, that's not true. I would say Ethan went to Zeeland Christian, whereas Lake went to Holland Christian.
Yes, you did.
Fantastic. They're both boys, right? Whatever. I would go through the list. The next one. What would I do on the back? So the fourth option is I can tell about the what?
Cause and effect.
The cause and effect. So if you do this, then you do this. So for example, if I trash can Ethan, what will the effect of that be? I will get fired would be my guess, right? So the cause would be okay, because I'm grumpy, I trash can Ethan. The effect is I then am fired. And then the last one is what? Problem and solution. So if my problem is I get fired because I trash can Ethan, then the solution to that problem would be what? Find another way to get money? No, I'm not going to bully Ethan more. I'm going to find another way. I'm going to try to get another job. I'm going to apologize deeply to Ethan. So deeply, because I actually wouldn't mean that. So, these are the 5 different ways
I
that...
actually did get stuck in a recycling bin while we were playing Kazoo in a Spanish class.
Okay, I want to talk about that in 1 second. Fantastic. So here are this is how people write things, okay? If you're reading for information, these are the 5 main ways that you will see things structured. Rather than read, what I'm going to have you do is write. Do you see the third column where there are signal words? The signal words are very, very, very important because if you're reading an article and you see lots of words like, for example, or characteristics are, or such as, or looks like, then you know that what style of writing is that? It's a description, right? So if you can familiarize yourself with these words and words like them, then you will be able to identify what the structure is. So in just a second, you're going to go again to Google Classroom. I'm going to update the thing right now. Don't go yet. But rather than reading, I'm going to have you write, and I'm going to have you try to familiarize yourself with those words. So instead of reading and being like, this is description, you're going to write a descriptive paragraph. You have to use those signal words, okay? There's a whole bunch of examples or instructions there. I'm going to show you an example that I wrote, okay? The Nebraska Cornhuskers, often abbreviated Huskers, are an intercollegiate athletic teams and fans who represent the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Cornhuskers have several characteristics, which is one of my signal words. Usually they love football, oftentimes they wear red, dress up like corn, quite often they have horrifyingly creepy mascots. For example, there's more signal words. Check out these, you can click on that link later, it's amazing. Occasionally they are terrible, but most importantly, another signal word, they have the best fans in the world, such as, another signal word, Miss Wimmer, who is a real treat.
That is biased.
Aww. I was waiting for like more people to like agree or like.
Yeah.
You guys are the worst. Characteristics of the Cornhuskers include wearing red, crying a lot, and longing for the winning years of the 1990s. It's simply a description. Am I solving anything? Am I asking you to do anything? Am I giving you like a time order transition of anything?
They won in the 1990s.
A lot. The 1997 Nebraska Cornhuskers are the best football team of all time. That's a fact. Look it up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same thing for these 4 other styles of writing. You're gonna write me a sequence. You can choose any topic you want. So you can say, here's how you cook bake bread. This is how you bake bread. First you do this, then you do this. The most important part is that you use a bunch, at least 2 to 3 of these signal words in every one. So that way you're like looking at them a lot. You're gonna start to use them, so that way you will recognize them later when we start reading things. Do you understand what you're doing and why it's important?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
No.
Ish? Okay, cool. I'll come talk to a couple of you in a second. Great.
I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Go to Google Classroom, set, go. Nice.